Check, check, check. All right. Welcome back to the Whiskey Edition. My name is Rob, and tonight we're going to have a little bit of lighter touch on the drink through. Oh, that is a trademark of these guys, so I guess I can't use that. We'll do a blind of 5 very interesting holiday specials, and for that, I guess I better have the fancy holiday hat on. There we go. So what happened if you watched, which you probably didn't, but that's okay, on Whiskey Edition, not Whiskey Edition, the Whiskey Edition of where I go through everything I've bought over the past month or two. One thing that came out of it was I went down to Nightside Distillery. Charred and Twisted was having a pop-up there with their great barbecue, what do they have, pulled pork tacos pulled pork sliders and brisket tacos and some other thing. Oh, it was fantastic. But because it was at a distillery, the distillery had, their stuff on sale and you could buy it. And one thing they had was bourbon cream liqueur. So I said, well, I'm going to pick up some of that and check it out. I thought, well, everybody has, this bourbon cream, from Buffalo Trace, and they probably have Bailey's and all that, but this is more of a bourbon channel in the Bailey's channel right now. So I said, well, maybe I can find another one because I'd seen this one, the Ezra Brooks bourbon cream. And then I had also seen the Jim Beam bourbon cream. And then messing around the other night, I found a Stonehammer bourbon cream. So what do you do when you have, can't even fit them all on the table here. What do you do when you have 5 of these? Oh, look at that. You do a blind comparison of all of them, see how it goes. The downside is, I realized this earlier today, this one's been in the fridge because you refrigerated after opening, and this one has been opened. So that means I could have easily told which one was the Buffalo Trace because it was cold, so all of the rest had to go into the fridge to be pre-cooled for this blind taste test. And instead of using Glencairns, we're going to use mini red Solo cups. I'll get them all figured out here off camera, but we'll use the blind Solo cup, mini Solo cups for the blind tasting. Mix them all up, try them all together. Have to give a shout out to Mark at Northwest Bourbon, Marvin at Whiskey Wine 101, and Michelle at Whiskey Wanderberg. They were all at the event at the pop-up with Charred and Twisted Nightside Distillery. It was really a lot of fun. I hope we're able to do that again real soon. Food's good, booze is good, people are great. So I will get this all put together and get on with it, even with the hat. Well, I'm going to have to go left to right, right to left. Anyway, couple things. The cork in the Nightside is a blend of a nice wooden top cork and a synthetic. It's their Happy Holidays Cheers blend in that they don't put it out all the time. So it's kind of nice to get one of these during the holiday season. Buffalo Trace always has theirs out. The reason I have a Band-Aid on my finger is because their frickin' metal death cap, screw-on cap. Thought I'd read this real quick. Handmade in small batches using award-winning Buffalo Trace bourbon, rich cream, and the hint of sugar. Enjoy this deliciously sweet liqueur enhanced with the bold taste of Buffalo Trace bourbon. This ingredient treat hard to resist. Try it on rocks over ice cream or in coffee. We're going to try it straight. Stonehammer, made with real Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, as strong and bold as our namesake, and bottled by Clear Springs Distilling Company with caramel color. This one is a screw top, the Stonehammer. The Ezra Brooks is a cork, a real cork, not even a synthetic cork. It's a cork. Genuine bourbon cream, made using the finest ingredients available for generations. Ezra Brooks straight bourbon cream has been with a rugged spirit and taste for adventure bourbon cream. So, what's this? Oh, using all natural cream, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, which has been aged the old-fashioned way in new charred American white oak barrels as a Rook's bourbon cream. The liqueur provides an unmistakable and unforgettable rich, creamy flavor. 25% alcohol. Stonehammer, 15%. Oh wait, 25 proof, 12 and a half. 15 is 30. I guess I should have looked at this beforehand. 15 is 30 on the Buffalo Trace. The night side, 16 and a half, 33 proof. And the Jim Beam Bourbon Cream is a little something special from the Beam family to share with the people in your life that matter most. Rich cream with hints of vanilla, caramel are blended with that familiar smooth taste of Jim Beam Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Best served chilled and neat. Oh, well, I lucked out on that one, I guess. This one is also 15% or 30 proof. So which one is the low one? This is the lowest one, I think. The Ezra Brooks, 25 proof. All right, so we'll keep those kind of over here. We'll go left to right. I don't think I'm gonna have to do a whole lot of notes and all that. It's just sugar, cream, and bourbon. And down the old hatcheroony. Tastes pretty good. Have a little water in between. I'll fast forward all this. All right, I've been through all of them. Didn't take that long. That's what happens when something is that creamy and that good. All of them are very good. I'll just go and say what I thought about each one real quick. And then, I think in a way, none of them are awful. One of them is odd, and I have a feeling I know why it's odd, and I'll tell you which one that one is, the second one here. And some are less sweet, which could be, either could be an indication of how it's made, or maybe just has less sugar in it. Typically, when I do one of these, I make my own and then I really foul it up and it's gross, so I just did it this way this time. One was very sweet and one was a little more alcohol forward. So this one is just really smooth. And this one was the Buffalo Trace. That is interesting. That is not what I thought it was going to be. Smooth. It was already an open bottle, except for where it cut my frickin' finger. It wasn't open that good. So, interesting. And I'm not saying this is number one. I don't know that I really have a ranking, but it's smooth. It's not alcohol forward. It's not overly sweet. So that is why that one is so good and hard to get sometimes, because people just run through it. This one, I thought this one was going to be the Buffalo Trace because it's the old one that's been in the fridge for I don't know how long it's been in there, but it was not. This is probably the night side. Let's see. Yep, this is the night side. So this one I had chunky, bourbon forward, thick. So, and I shook this one up. You may have seen me shake it up. I'm not saying it's bad. It is very good. It's almost like a milkshake. And I think I heard somebody say that. It was like a kind of a, almost like a coffee bourbon milkshake. So there's even a little bit left. If you can get your hands on it, I think you can only get it here in Washington. That is some dangerous stuff. The next one, this one was less sweet. Maybe it's a little bit lower proof. It wasn't too bad. This was the Stonehammer. So it's not the lowest proof one, but it was good. I mean, it was about half as thick as the night side, but it didn't have, and it's the same proof as the others, so except for this one. So that's interesting. Less sweet, so that's maybe it has less sugar. Doesn't say it has less sugar. This one, very sweet, a little bourbon forward, and I thought it was pretty good. This is the Ezra Brooks, and that's this one. So this is a lower proof one, but it still had a little kick, bourbon kick to it that you could get off of it. That kind of means that this one is the Jim Beam, a little bit alcohol forward, a little less sweet, and I kind of had a meh by it. So this one actually, the Jim Beam one, was probably not my favorite of the bunch. Really, if you're putting it over ice cream or in coffee or whatever, any of them will be great. The Night Side, and this is trouble. It is like a milkshake. You can just drink it like crazy. So, all really good. Again, quick review of 5 different bourbon cream, Christmassy kind of drinks. I'm not into nog. Others are doing the nog stuff. I'm doing the bourbon cream stuff. Like, share, subscribe. Give some of the others that were at the Nightside Distillery a little bit of love. Northwest Bourbon, Whiskey Wine 101, Charred and Twisted, and Whiskey Wanderberg. I think she's just on the Instagram doing her thing. Anyway, thank you very much. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic and very Merry Christmas. A little bit more of this. Oh, these have to go back in the fridge, so they're going to be in there a while. So these may be going to some parties, except for this one. This one's not going to a party. A real cork, nice cork.